Funding for both the mobility and motorised transport grants currently stands at €10.6 million per year. If the schemes are widened to over 65s, concerns are there won't be enough money to go around.
It's hard to fault the department for wanting to save money. Half of the billions of savings that Ireland is expected to make from the Troika has to come from the Department of Health's budget. It's constantly overrun. The money isn't there. Last week there was an unexpected development when the Cabinet agreed to extend the payments to October. The temporary kicking to touch because it removes the immediate pressure that might have happened come June when the scheme was due to run out. It's currently a really busy time for the government, and this was one extra problem that they didn't need to deal with just now.
In Trim, 17-year-old Tom Winters still worries he'll lose his €104 mobility allowance. Only a year ago, his muscular dystrophy was first assessed for eligibility.
I think sometimes these people think that you're telling lies and you have to put everything on those forms. Would you go and tell lies to somebody just to get money?
There is people out there that do take advantage of it, and I would have no time for them because we're in the real world. We're dealing with the real thing here now. We're not messing here or nothing. In 2004 now, Tom was mascot for Manchester United.
It happened when I was about 8. It was the time Ray Keane was the captain, so I was delighted at that. When I was younger, I wasn't in a wheelchair.
But he had the waddle, so he wasn't too far off. Roy Keane actually wanted to know would he carry Tom out onto the pitch. Roy Keane was a man's man, and Tom never forgot him. Here we go. Oh. He grabs your hand. That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
David and Facey, and then you're up to Roy Keane.
Whether you're battling to survive like Crystal Palace or fighting to win the title like Manchester United.
Must remember now, Tom, that 6 weeks later you stopped walking, Tommy.
Inside the theatre of dreams as United take on Palace.
I remember the last day he walked. It wasn't long after he made his communion. And he was waddling up the church in front of me. And I knew he hated people looking at him. And I was coming in behind him. And I knew he hated it. So I come up, and I came in behind him, and I lifted him up in my arms, and I said, "That's enough. That's enough." I says. He never walked since. So that's it. He's been in the wheelchair from that day to this.
How are things?
Okay, Pat, how are you?
Were you playing golf?
No.
No?
I was just going by.
So you didn't win?
Although Sharon Colgan manages independently, her parents are regular visitors.
So you're looking for tea now?
Cup of tea would be grand, love.
Cup of tea?
I call every second day, and we just go in to see him just to make sure that she's okay and everything is all right, you know.
You're getting a throne at you now, Dad, I can tell you.
That's okay, Pat.
You're so good now.
You have the place lovely and clean. Did you do that yourself?
What are you trying to say? My house is always clean, like.
No, I'm just looking. There's nice shine off it.
Tea for you, so.
If the allowance was taken away from her tomorrow, we wouldn't be able to give her our taxi fares, and we wouldn't be able to go from here to there with her. You know, we wouldn't be able to put that into our weekly budget.
Have you lend?
You're on the wrong man now.
I'm on the wrong man. Not sure. You know, at the end of the day, no harm in asking.
She sees us, we're getting old now. And she's fighting this cause for, you know, when we do go, and eventually we all have to go.
So.
Are you okay? You have to manage that?
Sure, you know me.
No.
I don't see you getting up off the stool to get it.
I'm coming. Good girl.
Nobody wants to think of what it's going to be like when their parents pass on. You know, at the end of the day, if I end up on my own, you're like, that's it. You just have to get on with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so jolly and so bright and bubbly and they're afraid that I'll just go completely down. I'm scared, but I can't let my parents see it.
Today, the Butlers are planning a trip to a hardware and garden centre. But such simple journeys don't come cheap.
Yeah, I understand that everyone is taking cuts. But what most people wouldn't realise is that we have a cost of living.
Everything that has a disability tag on it, the price is double. It's pain in the ass, I hate it. Food costs more because we have to buy good food. We pay more electricity because we have to charge our chairs every night. If it goes to red, you're in serious trouble. So we're completely dependent on welfare, especially for us because we don't work. I know how we're going to cope.
Because I'm in the circumstances of being out of work as such, that €104 per month going towards the diesel and that means that we're able to bring Tom to where he wants to go. In terms of diesel, it'll cost us roughly around €250 per month just to go to the power soccer alone.
From Trim, Winters, father and son are en route to Power Chair Soccer. It's the highlight of Tom's week.
That's it. Go on. Yep, boy.
Means a lot.
That's it. That's it.
There's somewhere to go and somewhere to meet new friends.
Go on, Martin.
Go on, Tommy. Cut inside.
I've made a lot of mates around my age that are all like soccer, same as me.
That's it. Ah, well done, Tom. Tom would have woke up this morning and he wouldn't be thinking of nothing else all day. If you knew Tom 3 years ago, you'd know the differences in Tom, the way he's able to talk to people, the way he's even able to laugh. And be honest, he can't do nothing, only be good for his health. He can't believe that he's playing soccer the same as any normal. To them, that's normal. Well done. Without that, he'd be left sitting at home. It'd be the end of the world.
Over the coming months, government will broadly consult concerned groups about their plans to reform the mobility allowance. Until then, the scheme is closed to new applicants and the over 65s question remains unanswered.
We've solved the problem for the next few months, but the existing larger problem remains that it's only people who currently avail of the mobility allowance who can continue to receive the payments. So it's not clear come October whether a new scheme will be available to all people regardless of age, which was the fundamental flaw in the scheme identified by the Ombudsman.
If they cut this mobility allowance, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to keep going to all these games and going to Limerick. I mean, something has to give. As long as I have a breath in my body, it's not going to happen.
I feel lucky that I'm getting the mobility allowance, but we still don't know what's going to happen in the future.
I love my wife very much. I love being with my wife very much. Even small tasks that might seem menial to most people. It means a lot to us because we get to do it ourselves.
I think the pink one over there.
24/7, we have to sit in wheelchairs. But we do have a choice to go out and do the things that we like to do. All those things depend on mobility. We can't do without it.
It's still a waiting game, basically. It's taken the panic away from some people for a short space of time, but the panic will start to come back again in September, October. Until you become a person with a disability, you never know what goes on behind the closed door. Just leave us alone. Let us have the bit of independence that we have. Because the people that are taking the money away and making the decisions, They can get up off a seat and walk across a room. They can hop on a bus in the morning. We can't.